What is up, guys? Today we're back with another video. Just gonna be talking again, like we've been doing. But yeah, thinking about buying a new PS5 controller. I've mentioned it before, but I was playing some more games today, and my headphone jack was not working. I don't know why it wasn't working, but that's just another issue that's wrong with the controller. I also looked into what the charge times for PS5 controllers should look like. And my controller doesn't take long to charge, but it doesn't last very long. That was one thing I failed to mention in the past video. But my controller lasts maybe 45 minutes to an hour after a full charge. I looked it up, and supposedly they're supposed to last like 6 hours, 6 to 8 depending on settings. So I lowered my settings all the way, and we're gonna try it out, but I'm pretty sure it died on me earlier and I wasn't calculating the time. So when I do inevitably possibly get a new controller, I'll do a video on that, unboxing it and stuff. But yeah, I may add that to the controller sounds video. Also been working on some new ideas for you guys. Kinda at a loss in terms of ideas right now. I don't really have anything flowing to make videos about, so I'm trying my best to make interesting videos and keep y'all entertained on the channel. But right now I'm just having like the worst just I have no ideas, to be completely honest. I have no ideas on videos I want to make. I've been filming now for about an hour and a half, and I've tried different things, and just none of them have worked out. Due to multiple reasons. There was times where I was filming a couple minutes ago, like I said, and had interruptions. That wound up making the footage too choppy, and then I'd have to just refilm it. And at that point I was like, I don't know if this is a good video idea. There was another video idea I thought about doing, and it just didn't pan out the way I wanted it to go. So that's why you're seeing another one of these videos that we've been doing, is because I've been trying to think of new things, but my brain's just turned off, man. Like it's just turned off, and I'm trying to work through that. So yeah, yeah. I mean, that's all I can say about it. I really don't even know what to talk about either today. Typically, I've got all the words, I've got all the rambles, but today it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I've just been chilling, and I'm trying to think, and I can't think. Tomorrow I go back to work. We'll talk about that, I guess, since I have nothing else to talk about. Tomorrow I go back to work, and I think I'm gonna drink an energy drink for the first time in a while. I just need a pep in my step, if that's how you say that, I believe. So I think I'm gonna drink an energy drink before work tomorrow, kinda kickstart my day, try to get back in a normal routine. I've been doing a lot of errands today, a lot of chores around the house and stuff. That's also why I guess I've just zoned out. Haven't been really able to think today, as I've just been doing stuff over and over and over, just knocking things out. I had to wash some clothes. I was gonna wash some towels, but I'll do that next week, because I have enough to get me through this week. But yeah, I was also thinking about, I have a sound bar in my room, and I was thinking about adding some bookshelf speakers, when I initially was looking into getting a soundbar, I was looking into bookshelf speakers then as well, and I wound up going with the soundbar. And the reason was it was compact, it was easier to use, and it was like straight connection. I knew I could hook it up. But since then, my environment has changed, and I'm able to be a little bit louder. So I'm thinking about buying some, but then again, I might not, because then the soundbar would kind of be useless. But I basically want to set up my room where like I have two small speakers, and that way I can just listen to music. But I have multiple devices where I can listen to music, and they all wouldn't be compatible. They would mainly be compatible with my TV, and that would be about it. And sometimes the navigation on that thing can be a little bit tricky, because I use my PS5. YouTube's a little bit more complex to use on a PS5. You can't sort by date, time, and also like you can't just move your cursor around. You can't just scroll and click this. It's kind of like boxier, I guess is a good way to put it. So if I did get those speakers, they'd be mainly tied up to my TV, and I have multiple other sources of audio. So I have like my laptop, I have my phone, and I tend to listen to music more so on those devices. And with today's time of really having to move fast and be everywhere, I tend to use things I can use everywhere. So I don't have them on me, but I've shown them before, my Skull Candy earbuds. I've been using a whole lot more mobile headphones here recently, because I've been moving around a whole lot more. I've got more stuff to do. I just got to be outside the house sometimes, and not in my room. So it's basically, I'm judging, quality over quantity, or would I actually use it, and I hate getting into that headspace and having to put myself in that situation. So inevitably, I don't know if I'll go through with it or not, but it would be nice. I went to one of my local gas stations, and that's really what jump-started it, is you'll notice in your life there's a lot of times that things influence you that you don't realize they influence you. So I was at a gas station, a local gas station, and I noticed they had like a radio set up, and it was pretty decent. And I noticed that it wasn't like through the roof. They actually had a small speaker on top of one of the containers in the store, and it sounded really good because there was a little bit of a line, and there was a couple people in front of me, so like the speaker was here, and it was like directly in my line of hearing, and it sounded really good. And I was like, that sounds really good. I was like, could you imagine just having like some small compact speakers on a back wall where my earways can be open when they're typically closed because of headphones or earbuds, and I can just relax, put it on, be somewhere else. If I need to turn it up, then I can hear it elsewhere. I was like, that'd be really nice. But then I got to thinking, I've already been down that road. But I was like, how could I do it? Would it be worth it? Would I inevitably just say forget it and go back to listening with headphones or earbuds primarily? But the other thing that makes it make sense is like with like bookshelf speakers, you have stereo, so you have a left and a right, so you're not going to hear stuff on the right that's supposed to be on the left, vice versa. Whereas with a soundbar, basically all just comes out the same source, as I'm told, or as I've seen. So it would be good for like movies or something, but I don't watch a whole lot of movies. I wish I did. I wish I watched more films, because I love films now. As a kid, I never watched movies. Now I kind of get into them more. There's a new Predator movie that came out recently, and I watched those a couple years ago, and I got into those, and I'm thinking about like catching up, because I didn't realize how far behind I was. because apparently I'm on the 2010 movie, which I thought was a whole lot newer, and there's been multiple ones since then. I'd have to watch the ones that would be worth watching, but I've thought about watching those. Also, Stranger Things coming out in a couple weeks. Super excited for that, but I don't know. I've been thinking about it, and some people, they say, well, you'd have to spend at least $100, and then I gotta make sure the connections are right, and then it's like, what if I buy new equipment? Will it still work? It's a big thing. But that's just some things I've been thinking about and looking at. I'm also halfway through GTA 5 story now. I took and have been playing it for a while, or past week or so. And I looked it up, and I think there's 69 main missions. And I'm at like 29, so I might as well be halfway. And right now I'm having to do a lot of cleanup with like side missions and stuff. I had this issue where like none of my characters had missions, like main missions, and I was so confused and lost. And I spent like hours just trying to figure out what was going on. And then I just wound up doing side missions, and I also want to experience the full lore and the full story, so I tend to do side missions and then move forward once that has been equaled out. And I've got a couple more to do, and then I should be able to continue progressing through the story. But that's been fun. That's been a big occupant of my time here lately. But yesterday I'd played it so much, and I have been playing it so much, that I've started getting depersonalization again, which is terrible. So I had to cut myself off and take a break last night, and it was so weird, like being on my laptop, like watching YouTube or like listening to music. It was just so weird and out of the ordinary, because I'd been like living, in a game. It was just interesting. But yeah, go back to work tomorrow and make some money and film some more videos after I get off. But yeah, I just want to make a new video. Like I said, trying to make videos as frequently as I can. So I know they may not all be the best, but I hope you enjoy them nonetheless. And that rhymed. I mean for that to rhyme, but once I seen the opportunity, I took it. So yeah, but super tired, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the rambles. People say I have a good voice to fall asleep to, so either my voice is soothing or I'm boring you all. Either way, I hope you get some good sleep, and yeah, I will see y'all in the next video.